Hello BTS lovers, Jakook are always together, and this is not just a coincidence. Nor is it the kind of fan service fabrication commonly seen in the Korean entertainment industry. Behind the camera, off stage, and in unexpected moments, Jungkook and Jimin exhibit a closeness that raises a major question among fans and industry observers alike. What exactly makes them so attached, so inseparable? This phenomenon is not new. But what's surprising is its consistency. Whether BTS is carrying out individual or group schedules, the presence of Jakook, a portmanteau of Jungkook and Jimin, in various personal interactions always grabs attention. In variety shows, personal vlogs, or even during rehearsals and concerts, a pattern of togetherness is nearly always present. So why do Jakook seem so in sync, as if they share a bond beyond that of mere co-workers? According to several behavioral observers within the K-pop industry, one key to this closeness is the emotional background and personal history between the two. Jungkook, who debuted at a very young age, is known as BTS's youngest member, maknae, and the most protective of the others. Jimin, who joined the group under intense pressure to prove his skills, formed a strong bond with Jungkook since their trainee days. They not only grew together professionally, but also developed a relational dynamic that is rare within the high-pressure environment of boy groups. Furthermore, their relationship is built on deep trust and emotional empathy, reflected in many public interactions. On numerous occasions, Jungkook is seen offering protective gestures toward Jimin through glances, physical actions, and his manner of speaking. In return, Jimin often provides space and emotional support for Jungkook to grow without pressure. This dynamic creates a unique balance. One becomes the anchor, the other the wind. Interestingly, ARMY, the fandom name for BTS, are not just spectators, but also actors who reinforce this narrative. The shipping phenomenon, or pairing two idols as a couple, has become part of K-pop fandom culture. However, in the case of Jakook, what is seen is not just fan illusion. Even Korean and international media have begun documenting the consistency of their closeness in analytically written reports. From screenshots of backstage interactions to official statements on social media, this trace of intimacy is firmly recorded. Pop culture psychologist from Seoul, Dr. Han Mi-eun, refers to the Jakook phenomenon as an example of symbiotic coexistence within idol group structures. In an interview with a local media outlet, she explained that relationships like Jakook reveal how extreme pressures and expectations in the K-pop world can create intensely strong bonds between individuals. They are not just friends, they fulfill very specific roles in each other's lives. What makes this phenomenon even more dramatic is the fact that not all K-pop group members share similar relationships. Many other idol groups display emotional distance outside their professional work. Yet in the case of BTS, and Jakook in particular, the relationship appears so organic, almost like siblings bound by more than just work. Some of the most striking and often publicly discussed moments are when Jimin confidently stood by Jungkook during injuries, or when Jungkook openly referred to Jimin as someone who always provides him with comfort and a sense of security. Even in BTS's official documentaries like Break the Silence and Burn the Stage, their closeness is presented as it is, without fabrication or force. This closeness also affects the group's overall dynamic. Many analysts believe that the Jakook relationship provides emotional stability within the group, especially during difficult times. When BTS faced international pressure, disbandment rumors, or internal agency issues, support systems like this became incredibly important. However, will this closeness last in the long run? Considering that BTS is currently undergoing military service and pursuing individual activities, a major question arises. Will Jakook remain just as close when they are no longer part of the same daily system? Some fans highlight that even as BTS begins solo careers, interactions between Jimin and Jungkook are still visible. From social media mentions to subtle references in their songs, there are emotional traces that cannot be ignored. Jakook, in many ways, has become a symbol of closeness that transcends professional boundaries in the entertainment industry. So, what's the answer? Why are Jakook always together? The most reasonable and strongest answer is that they genuinely need each other in a human and authentic way. Behind the image of global stars, Jakook are two individuals who find safety, stability, and meaning in one another, a rare thing, even outside the entertainment world. This phenomenon is not only intriguing from a fandom perspective, but also from psychological, sociological, and cultural angles. Jakook is not just about two big names in the K-pop world. They are a living study on how emotional closeness can persist, grow, and leave an impact, even under the extreme scrutiny of public attention. And perhaps it is precisely because this relationship feels so real that the public simply can't stop watching. However, behind the entire narrative that feels so emotional and stirring, one crucial question arises that cannot be ignored. Is all of this truly real? Or could it merely be a clever media construct and fan engagement strategy? Today, information can emerge from all corners: TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, even online community forums. Short video clips, sweet moment compilations, and emotionally nuanced edits have shaped public perception of Jakook's closeness. But have we ever asked, to what extent can this information be trusted? Are we witnessing reality or only narrative fragments curated to create an illusion of togetherness? This phenomenon cannot be separated from the context of South Korea's entertainment industry, known for its highly structured and calculated artist management system. Member interactions, public appearances, even social media posts all could have gone through editing processes, direction, or even be designed to shape a specific image. So, is Jakook's closeness a reflection of an authentic relationship or merely well-planned fan service? We must acknowledge that fan culture holds tremendous power. In fact, many media outlets have begun relying on idol group dynamics to drive audience engagement. Shipping has become a commodity. It is sold, consumed, and amplified by social media algorithms. Videos showing Jakook interactions may gain millions of views quickly, but does virality equate to truth? Let's reflect for a moment. As viewers, are we truly capable of distinguishing between a genuine relationship and one constructed for commercial purposes? Are our emotions being manipulated to foster loyalty to a brand built on interpersonal bonds? Many believe that Jakook indeed share an authentic closeness, based on the consistency of their interactions since pre-debut days. But there are also skeptics, those who view this relationship, however warm it may seem, as a potentially effective marketing tool meant to sustain public interest over the long term. On the other hand, it's important to note that the widely circulated Jakook narrative often stems from content that is clipped, modified, or even fabricated. Many fan accounts unknowingly spread information without verifying the source. Are we critical enough to filter what is fact and what is emotional manipulation? We compiled this article by referring to open sources widely spread across the digital space: TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and various online forums. However, we are aware that the truth behind this kind of information is often murky. Not all content that appears real is truly authentic. Likewise, not everything that appears dramatic should be suspected as fabrication. Therefore, it is essential for all of us, as viewers, fans, or mere observers, to sharpen our ability to think critically and reflectively when confronting circulating information. Do we only want to believe what pleases us? Or are we brave enough to question deeply rooted narratives, even if it means shaking the comfort of our own fandom? Phenomena like Jakook can serve as a mirror. Are we enjoying a genuinely sincere relationship between two human beings? Or are we engaging in cultural consumption carefully curated by marketing and content production teams? There is nothing wrong with enjoying the closeness of two favorite idols. But it becomes a problem when we lose the line between reality and illusion. When emotion outweighs logic and facts are blurred for personal gratification or viral interest, we also contribute to prolonging an information cycle that may not be accurate. Now the question returns to you as the reader. Do you believe that Jakook's togetherness is truly pure and natural, or do you feel it is a product deliberately crafted by the agency to sustain fan interest and enthusiasm? How do you differentiate between an authentic personal relationship and a professionally crafted interaction meant for public consumption? Have you ever verified the source of information before believing it?